Today we are going to start the lung disorders. The first one that we are going to study is the emphysema. The first one that we're going to study is the emphysema. Now, what is emphysema? It basically belongs to a group of lung disorders which we call them as the chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. ठीक है, उस ग्रुप में आपके पास जो included conditions है, one is the emphysema and the other one is the chronic bronchitis. ठीक है, now it is a disease of the lower respiratory tract, and it refers to a group of diseases that cause airflow blockage and breathing related problems. वो conditions in which there is blockage और या जिसमें air की passage properly नहीं होती, जिसमें आपके पास proper breathing नहीं होती, there is difficulty in breathing, there is breathlessness. Okay, those conditions are called as the chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. Now, in this, the alveoli of the lungs are damaged in the emphysema. Okay. Now, what are the effects on the alveoli? When an emphysema develops, the alveoli and lung tissues are destroyed. With this damage, the alveoli cannot support the bronchial tubes. They become large and non-elastic. The alveoli burst as a result of becoming larger and losing their elasticity. When the alveoli burst, so the area or the surface area for the gaseous exchange reduces, so automatically the rate of gaseous exchange will also reduce. The blood capillaries around the alveoli, because of its enlargement, वो भी आपके पास reduce हो जाते हैं. एक चीज बड़ी हो गई है तो उसके इर्द गिर्द आपके पास कैपिलरीज भी स्ट्रेच होंगी एंड द सरफेस एरिया रिड्यूसेस. अगर एक स्पॉट पे आपके पास ज्यादा कैपिलरीज हैं तो वो जब स्प्रेड होंगी तो वहां पे कम हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, सो the effects on alveoli are such that when this condition, when emphysema develops, ठीक है, जो कि आपके पास उसमें जो लंग या alveoli के टिश्यूज हैं वो डिस्ट्रॉय होना शुरू हो जाते हैं. जब वो डिस्ट्रॉय होना या वो बेसिकली किस तरह डिस्ट्रॉय हो रहे हैं, यही ये जो डिफरेंट स्टेप्स है कि इलास्टिसिटी खत्म हो रही है, इलाजमेंट हो रही है, तो जो पीछे आपके पास ब्रोंकाई है, ठीक है, द वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ ब्रोंकाई, तो उनको सपोर्ट नहीं मिलती. एज अ रिजल्ट वो कोलैप्स हो जाते हैं एंड इट लीड्स टू फर्दर कॉम्प्लिकेशंस. Now, what are the different causes? The first and the foremost cause is the tobacco smoke. Tobacco smoke, आपके पास they can be passive smokers or active smokers as well. Passive smokers वो होते हैं जो कि who don't smoke themselves but are in contact or in close contact with the smokers. यानी वो smokers के इर्द गिर्द हैं, they are inhaling the harmful allergens. ठीक है, जबकि एक्टिव स्मोकर्स वो होते हैं कि जो एक्चुअली स्मोक, ठीक है, जो फुली स्मोकिंग करते हैं. देन वी हैव द marijuana स्मोक. बेसिकली ये जो जिसको हम चर्स बोलते हैं, ठीक है, इट इज दैट. सो पीपल हु टेक दैट, सो इट दे कैन आल्सो हैव emphysema. Due to air pollution में there are numerous chemical irritants, numerous mutagens. ठीक है, तो वो आपके पास when they go into your lungs and through the respiratory tract, तो वो they can cause the damage to the alveolar walls and can lead to the emphysema. Chemical fumes, वो fumes जो कि किसी केमिकल से आपके पास स्मोक निकलते हैं, volatile, when you inhale them they can also cause damage to the alveolar walls. Then we have the dust. Automatically those people who are allergic, who must stop doing this. Those people who are allergic to dust, they can get this condition. Now whenever these toxins enter into your respiratory tract, it reduces the elasticity of bronchioles and result in the infection of bronchioles causing bronchitis. As a result, when the alveoli compress due to the reduction in the diameter of bronchi, air pressure is exerted on the alveoli and they burst. Now what happens is when these irritants or these chemicals or these harmful substances enter through your respiratory tract and are affecting your respiratory tract, तो what happens is कि ये जो आपके पास bronchioles है, their walls become thinner, ठीक है, वो compress हो जाते हैं, ठीक है. When they compress, the pressure of air goes into the alveoli. ये alveoli के ऊपर pressure आता है, ठीक है. ये जो contraction और relaxation होगी, अब अगर when the alveoli is contracting, so the air is pushed out through the bronchioles. Now the bronchioles do not have the same diameter. तो वहाँ पे air की passage थोड़ी slow हो जाती है, and as a result that pressure is exerted on the alveoli. So when the pressure is exerted on the alveoli, the alveolar walls also lose their elasticity, and as a result they burst. ये आपके पास दो images हैं of the normal alveoli and the destroyed alveoli. There is less space, okay? There is less space in that. Now, what are the symptoms? The shortness of breath. Again, I will repeat this case since they are the conditions of the lung and the respiratory tract. So there must be difficulty in breathing. Okay, chest pain hoga due to pleural pressure. Then you have coughing, fatigue, थकावट महसूस होती है, ठीक है, because of lack of proper breathing, lack of proper exchange of gases, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide. Cyanosis has been explained in my previous lectures. Now, what are the complications? The lungs can collapse. The first and foremost is that the lungs can collapse. How? I just told you that जो एयर प्रेशर है वो एल्वियोलाई पे ज्यादा हो गया है ड्यू टू ब्रोंकाइटिस, ठीक है, वहां पे आपके पास bronchioles are being destroyed. Here the alveoli lose their elasticity and they are being destroyed. So the lungs are made of these structures, and as a result the lungs can collapse, ठीक है, जब alveoli burst होना शुरू हो जाते हैं. So that is called as the pneumothorax. Okay, then the lungs can have damage due to the damage to the alveoli. The holes or abrasions appear on the surface of the lungs. Okay, and as a result of that, as a result of this, there is not proper exchange of gases. Oxygen cannot be taken in properly, and carbon dioxide cannot be pumped out or exhaled out properly. So the heart is more under pressure of pumping and to deliver oxygen to all parts of the body. So as a result of that excessive pressure on the heart, there are different cardiovascular disorders that can also occur. So coming to the next lung disorder is the lung cancer. But before we go into the lung cancer, first we need to understand what is cancer. Cancer is the uncontrolled growth of abnormal cells, जिनको हम mutant cells भी बोलते हैं, anywhere in the body. Wherever there is uncontrolled means there is no check and balance on the growth of cells, on cell division. So we call that as the mutant. We call that as cancerous cell. Okay? Any differentiated cell has a controlled cell division. वो cell which has been assigned a certain function, a cell which is meant for a specific purpose or has to do some function, उनको हम differentiated cells बोलते हैं. RBCs are differentiated cells. Their function is to carry oxygen. WBCs are differentiated cells. Their function is to protect the help in the defense system of the body. So each differentiated cell has a controlled cell division. एक खास number होता है उनकी divisions का, ठीक है? But whenever a mutation occurs, ठीक है, तो वो there are certain genes that are activated. उनको हम या वो जीन्स म्यूटेंट हो जाते हैं. So what they do is that these cells become undifferentiated. उनका कोई function नहीं रह जाता. They do not know what function they have to perform. So in them the rate of cell division becomes very high, and as a result of the number increases, जब वो ज़्यादा divide करेंगे तो their number will be more. So they form a mass of cell, and that mass of cell is called tumor, and this tumor is basically the cancer. ठीक है, ये देखिए this shows the normal cell division, that this cell divides into two, then this divides into two. ये अगर कोई डैमेज सेल आ जाता है तो उसकी एपोप्टोसिस हो जाती है, सेल डेथ हो जाती है. लेकिन कैंसर सेल में आपके पास सारे डैमेज सेल्स होते हैं, एंड दे keep on dividing and redividing and dividing and so on, and as a result एक mass of cell बनता है जिसको हम ट्यूमर बोलते हैं, and it causes it is the cancer basically. Now this cancer has basically more than 200 types. Okay, the cancer has more than 200 types, and carcinoma is that cancer which is associated with lining or epithelium or in tissues which form the lining of organs. हम कहते हैं this person has this carcinoma. So basically carcinoma वो cancer है जो कि happens in the epithelial lining या कि उन टिश्यूज में जो कि किसी भी ऑर्गन की आउटर लाइनिंग बनाते हैं, एपिथेलियल लाइनिंग बनाते हैं, तो उसको हम कार्सिनोमा बोलते हैं. ठीक है, तो हमारे पास जो लंग कैंसर है उसको हम लंग कार्सिनोमा भी बोल सकते हैं. पल्मोनरी कार्सिनोमा होता है, दिस इज अ मिस्टेक, इट इज नॉट कार्सिनोमेशन, इट इज पल्मोनरी कार्सिनोमा. ठीक है, so when alveoli cells are regenerating and any mutagen causes mutation in it, it results in the formation of tumors called as the lung cancer. Now lung cancer is of two types is because of two types of cells. One is the non-small cells lung cancer, and the other one is the small cell lung cancer. These are a little larger cells. ठीक है, अब ये आपके पास 85% of the cases of lung carcinoma are of the non-small cells lung cancer होता है. दोनों में फर्क क्या है? ये आपके पास जो non-small cells होते हैं, ये आपके पास it is non-malignant. Non-malignant या benign भी हम इसको बोलते हैं. नॉन मैलिग्नेंट या बिनाइन किसको बोलते हैं? द कैंसर जो कि स्प्रेड नहीं होता, वो कंडीशन जो कि आपके पास स्प्रेड नहीं होती, तो उसको हम वी कॉल दैट एज बिनाइन. सो वो कैंसर जो कि नॉन स्मॉल सेल लंग कैंसर से बना है, 85% ऑफ द चांसेस आर दैट दे विल बी बिनाइन और मैलिग्नेंट. जहाँ पे दिस हैज अकर्ड, इट विल स्टे देयर, it will not spread to other parts of the body. ठीक है, जबकि जो small cell lung cancer है, it is malignant and there are 15% chances that it will be malignant. Means if it has happened in the lungs, it can spread to other parts of the body. Now the causes, first one is smoking, क्योंकि जो टोबैको है आपके पास, it has carcinogens, means वो agents जो कि कैंसर causing होते हैं, we call them as the carcinogens. ठीक है, radiations आपके पास जो ultraviolet radiations हैं, infrared radiations, these different types of radiations, they can also cause the cancer. Asbestos, they include arsenic, nickel, chromium, ये आपके पास asbestos में होते हैं. ठीक है, they are the chief carcinogens. और family history भी matter करती है. Someone who has a history or genetic history of cancer in their family, तो उनमें वो genes जो मैं earlier I told you that the mutant genes become active. there are higher chances that their mutant genes can become active more easily or more quickly. There are more chances of them getting the cancer. अब symptoms है, because lung cancer है तो coughing, chest pain, when they're coughing, blood is spit out, pneumonia हो सकता है, bronchitis. Pneumonia, I told you people कि ये opportunistic है आपके पास when the immunity is weak. So when the cancer happens, तो ये आपके पास there is pneumonia, bronchitis, swelling of neck and face, loss of appetite. Whenever whenever you people are sick, you don't like to eat anything or something. So this is common in all the diseases. There is weight loss, there's fatigue and breathing difficulty. Now the treatment varies from cancer to cancer. Which type of cancer है and which stage of cancer it is. If it is a very progressive stage, means last stage, so the treatment from that they'll be doing in the first stage is very different. ठीक है, और टाइप पे भी अगर malignant है तो there are chances कि they'll use medication. ठीक है, लेकिन अगर benign है और it is in such a position that it can be removed, तो वो surgically उसको remove कर सकते हैं, तो वो surgery use करते हैं. ठीक है, ट्रीटमेंट में इनके पास कीमोथेरेपी है. कीमोथेरेपी ओरल मतलब मुंह से भी दे सकते हैं, दवाई की फॉर्म में भी दे सकते हैं. इट कैन आल्सो बी गिवन थ्रू आईवी, इंट्रावीनस ड्रिप के थ्रू ये कीमोथेरेपी दी जा सकती है. दीज आर बेसिकली मेडिकेशंस. फिर रेडिएशंस के थ्रू जो कैंसर है, जो सेल्स है, उनको डिस्ट्रॉय किया जा सकता है. एंड the last one, just like I told you, that in most of the benign cases they use surgery. Malignant में भी surgery use हो सकती है, होती है. So लेकिन mostly benign में they use surgery to remove the cancer once and for all. Okay? Depending on the type, depending on the organ it is present, depending on the stage of the cancer, these treatments can vary. So this was about all about respiration. Your chapter for respiration ends there. We studied about the inhalation, exhalation, and today we concluded it with the different lung disorders.